All right, so here are some more examples of changing forms. So go from either exponential to logarithmic form or from logarithmic form to exponential form. So number one, it says rewrite each equation into exponential form. So we see that it's log base 6. So when I write my answer, it's going to be 6, and then 36 and 2 need to switch places. So it'll be 6 squared equals 36. Which that makes sense, right? 6 times 6 is 36. All right, and then number 3, again, even though there's a fraction in there, I know we all get scared when there's fractions, but again, fractions are numbers, we can still deal with it. So log base 14, so that's going to be the base of my exponent. The 1 over 196 switches with negative 2, so it's 14 to the negative second power equals 1 over 196, which again, don't freak out by, because let's think about this for a moment. So if I have something to the negative power, I could put an invisible 1 there, can't I move that effective term to the denominator? So it would be 1 over 14 to the positive second power equals 1 over 196. Which that makes sense. If you type it in your calculator, 14 squared is 196. So that's how we deal with fractions. Again, there's no really big deal about it. It's just you can leave it like 14 to the negative second power equals 196. So let's do a few more examples here. Let's move to... Sorry, I'm putting a new photo in here. All right, so let's go ahead and do so. Rewrite each equation to logarithmic form. All right, so we have 64 to the 1/2 power equals 8. Again, 64 is my base, so when I write my logarithm, that's going to be my base. 1/2 and 8 switch places, so it's going to be log base 64 of 8 equals 1/2. Which, if you remember, if you have a half exponent, so something to the 1/2 power, essentially you could write it as a square root, so the square root of 64. Right, which makes sense. Square root of 64 is 8. So whenever you see something to the half power, that's just another way of writing a square root. But logarithms is also helpful. So that's how we work with that. And then number 7 here, again, 9 is the base of my exponent. So in my logarithm, it's going to be base 9. And these guys need to switch places. So log base 9 of 1 over 81 equals negative 2. So that's how you switch from exponential form to logarithmic form, and then logarithmic form to exponential form. Again, don't worry about the fractions. You could still type those in if you wanted to plug it into a calculator, but this assignment was just simply changing the forms, understanding what those meant.